Hello, Lead STEM Academy parents. Welcome to our penultimate, our second to last cast off with the counselors for the 2002 2023, 2022 2023 school year. This is Todd Sear from the counseling office. This is our monthly information session for you where you can view it at your leisure. You can pause, you can rewind, you can fast forward, you can take screenshots. Um, this is our way of getting important information out to you. So let's get started. So, what are we going to talk about this month? Well, we're going to start with some summer school information. Following that, I'm going to talk to you about summer acceleration and the difference between the two. Following that, we'll discuss probation meetings. Then I have the testing schedule to share with you. We are right smack dab in the middle of testing season. We are almost done with our SBACs, so I'll explain that. Um, After that, I will give you a preview of the STEM tank schedule for the last week of school. And then we always wrap it up with dates to remember. So let's get started. And we'll talk about summer school. So before I talk specifically about courses and whatnot, I need to make something clear. This is a district rule. This is not a lead rule. This is not an eighth grade rule. This is a district rule. Students can only take middle school courses in summer school if they have failed them. So if your child is currently enrolled in, let's say, English 7, if they earn a D in English 7, they cannot take that course over the summer to improve the grade. That's not an option for middle school classes. They can only take that course if they fail it. Now, that's not true for high school. High school courses can be retaken in the summer to improve the grade as long as it's, below an A. So if your child is taking high school courses at LEAD and you're not pleased with the grade and it's, below an A, you can talk to me and I can enroll them in a summer school class and they can replace that grade. So I wanted to make that perfectly clear before we continue. So here's a little bit more explanation. High school courses can be retaken for a better grade, even if the student passed. Examples of high school courses at LEAD are Algebra 1, Honors Geometry, Honors English 9, Honors Bio, and Spanish 1 and 2. There are two types of summer school classes available to students, and they are all free. One is the online summer school component, which is through Nevada Learning Academy or NVLA. And the other type of summer school is the in-person, where the student goes to a high school and attends class from 7:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon, 5 days a week. So big difference between the two. But again, they're both free. And who signs you up for summer school? We do, the counselors. So if you have a question about summer school or you'd like your child to attend summer school, get in touch with us. Okay. Now, there are some flyers that were put out by the school district. I know I posted them in my Canvas page for the eighth graders, the upper yardsmen, but we all have access to them. On the screen is the flyer for Nevada Learning Academy. I could fit that one on the screen. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit the other one. So there's the flyer for Nevada Learning Academy with all the important information. Here is a link to the form that goes along with the in-person summer school classes. Again, couldn't fit it on the slide. So you can follow that link to get to that flyer. Okay. All right. Summer acceleration is not the same as summer school. And if your child attended summer acceleration here last year, you know what I'm talking about. So let's get into it. Summer acceleration, I'll give you the details. It runs from Tuesday, the 30th of May, till Friday, the 16th of June. So it's a 3-week session again this year. Students at LEAD will attend 6 sessions during the school day. Each of those sessions is an hour with about a 30-minute lunch period in between. So they'll go to three classes, go to lunch, and then finish up the day in three more classes, three different classes. This is not academic. These are not classes that have any bearing whatsoever on your child's grades or GPA or anything academic. They're meant to be fun. Examples of classes from last year's summer acceleration: Miss Long taught a tie-dye class, and students tie-dyed some lead t-shirts. Mrs. Murray, the sixth grade counselor this year, she taught an art class. So those are the types of classes you can expect at summer acceleration, not academic classes. It's meant to give the kids a break. So I've got on there, it's kind of like summer camp. Now, a word about attendance. Attendance is not mandatory for summer acceleration. Students are not expected to attend every day, and attendance isn't taken. So if you have a prior engagement, your child can attend that prior engagement. No big deal. Okay. Of course, we encourage them to come as much as possible. But if you have, family vacation planned or something like that, go for it. There's no formal attendance taken at summer acceleration, and nobody's going to know. Okay. Our next topic is probation meetings. This is the not fun section of this presentation, but it is important information. So here we go. What is the purpose of the probation meetings? It is to discuss behavioral, academic, and attendance concerns with an administrator, and usually there's a counselor present. So there are certain expectations that we expect our lead navigators to live up to. If they're not, and they're falling short in one of those three areas, behavioral, academic, or attendance, we ask that you come meet with us and an administrator to discuss what we can do to improve that situation. So the results of the meeting are a plan is developed so your student can be successful at Lead STEM Academy. That is the goal, is to help your student be successful here at Lead. If you are contacted about one of these probation meetings, please make every effort to attend. This is an expectation here at Lead that students live up to our standards. And if they're not living up to their standards, then a discussion needs to happen. A conference needs to take place. This is what the magnet contract is all about. This is why you and your child sign that magnet contract. So if you are contacted about a probation meeting, please make every effort to attend. Okay, testing schedule. Yeah, we finished up the ELA tests for SBAC. So next up is the math SBAC. So the tests that you see on the screen right now are done. So last week we did the ELA performance task parts 1 and 2. That was last Wednesday. And then the following day, Thursday, we finished up the ELA CAT test. So Thursday the 20th. I got a blank space in the middle there. That's representing this week. No testing. There is no testing this week aside from makeup tests. So next week, Monday, we start the math performance task. That takes place on Monday, May 1st. So that'll be part 1 on Monday. And then performance task part 2 will take place on Tuesday. And that will wrap up our SBAC testing. There is a specific bell schedule that is utilized on testing days. So here's a review of it. Basically, testing takes place in the morning. So students are testing all morning from 8:10 to 11:07, and then they have their regular nav time and lunch from 11:11 to 12:12. Following that is the regular period schedule. So if it's an odd day, they're going to go to period 1, then 3, then 5, then 7. If it's an even day, they're going to go to 2, 4, 6, and 8. And you can see the times. The periods are a little shorter, but it's very important to note that they still have all 4 classes on a testing day. Okay. And again, this bell schedule will be in effect next Monday, May 1st, and Tuesday, May 2nd. Okay. STEM Tank is coming up, believe it or not. It's what, 3 weeks away, I believe. STEM Tank finals. Um, STEM Tank is our science fair, basically. So here's a brief explanation of the schedule. Okay, so we're in the second to last week of school, I guess you could say, because the last day of school is a Monday, the 22nd. So that previous week, Tuesday, the 16th of May, will be the first day of STEM Tank finals. And it works like this. The STEM Tank finals are either going to be in the morning and the kids are going to have classes in the afternoon, or STEM Tank finals are going to be in the afternoon and kids are going to have classes in the morning. Okay, so there's a flip flop. And remember, on STEM Tank final days, we encourage you to come visit our campus. The campus is open. We want you to come and see what the kids have been working on. Tuesday, the 16th of May, the students are going to have classes in the morning, and it'll be an adjusted bell schedule. Classes are going to be a little bit shorter. And then after lunch and nav time will be the STEM Tank finals in the afternoon. So on the 16th, STEM Tank finals are in the afternoon. And that's when we want you to come to campus. Now, Wednesday, the 17th is flip flopped. So the STEM Tank finals are in the morning as soon as the kids come to school. And then is lunch and nav. And then in the afternoon, they will go to their 4 classes on the adjusted schedule. Okay, so that's Wednesday, the 17th. Thursday, the 18th, no more visitors to campus. Students will go to their classes in the morning. And then after lunch and nav, there will be an assembly. We'll be on the assembly schedule to announce the winners for STEM Tank. That's not something we've done before. This is a new procedure for us. So not sure how it's going to go, but we're going to figure it out as we go. So that's a brief explanation of the STEM Tank finals schedule. There's a full schedule which will be available next month. I'll share that in May's Cast Off with the Counselors. Okay, we always finish with dates to remember, so I want to point out some important dates, one or two of which I think have already passed. So here we go. Yeah, so the book fair was April 14th through April 21st. Obviously, that has ended. This Friday, the 28th, so today is Wednesday, the 26th. This Friday, the 28th, is Staff Development Day, so students do not come to school on that day. Tuesday, May 9th and Wednesday, May 10th, those are the days that our theater department and Mrs. Prather are going to present their Peter Pan play in the Hub. Tickets are available on the Leeds STEM Academy website. So please come at 6 p.m. on those days and support our students who have worked very hard. And Mrs. Prather's worked extremely hard on this production. The awards night for 6th and 7th graders is going to take place on Monday, May 15th, 6:30 in the gym. We're going back to the traditional awards night. Those of you that have come the past 2 years, it's going to be a little different this year. It's going to be more like traditional awards nights. The 8th graders get their own night for awards, which is going to be Friday, May 12th. So starting at 5:30, we're going to be in the gym with my 8th graders. Invitations are going out, I believe, tomorrow, which is the 27th. I know they're being prepared as we speak. So we're getting the invitations out this week. That's the plan. And then, the 8th graders will be Friday the 12th. Following the 8th grade awards night, which is invitation only, will be the 8th grade dance, which is open to everybody. And I believe the theme for the dance is flashing lights. I saw that in the hallway. So that starts at 7. And all 8th graders are invited. They're encouraged to attend. This is basically our last hurrah. We don't have a graduation ceremony. So this is the closest we've got, our 8th grade only dance on Friday, May 12th at 7 p.m. All right. We are the Student Support Services Department. Okay. Mrs. Murray is the sixth grade counselor, and you can see her contact information there. Mrs. Sims is the seventh grade counselor. Her email address is there. I'm the eighth grade counselor, and that's my email address. And Mr. Tarborough, if you are not aware of who he is, he's our Safe Schools professional. He's absolutely amazing. The kids just adore him. And if you meet him, you can easily see why. And that's his contact information. Now, I want to let you know, for those of you that are going to be with us for at least another year, we flip flop next year. We transition with our kiddos. So Mrs. Murray will be the seventh grade counselor for next year. Mrs. Sims will be in charge of the eighth graders, and I will flip back to sixth grade. And of course, we're always here for you and your children. I want to thank you for viewing this presentation. We will have a question and answer session sometime in the future. I don't have an exact date on that yet, but it's a Google Meet, and anybody that has questions for us is welcome to attend. If you just want to pop in and say hello, put some faces to names, or see us again, you're welcome to attend. Once the session is scheduled, a link will be sent out to a Google form where you can request to be invited to the meet, and then we'll see you. It's usually in the morning. They're usually around like 9:30 or so. Again, I don't have an exact date, but that's coming. Okay, thank you once again. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you in May.